Alright, let's continue on. And I believe this, I think in a way this is going to be the last world in this Dreamland. And that is Naughty Noon. I think in Japanese it's just called Nuts Noon because I don't think because there's a naughty word exists. Or people are not that, people in my place aren't that familiar with the word naughty, so. Yeah, I think this is going to be based on Skyward, and I really like Skyward too. Like, it's all beautiful, and then I believe, especially in this case, the music is actually pretty dang awesome too. Gotta be a sword? I think this music is all jazzy and then very jazzy and then very jazzy and then very floaty as well, and it's actually a nice mixture. I can't recall what are the other stages that actually had that very sky-ish music, because I think one thing that actually reminds me, or the one game where it has a sky, where the sky music was actually pretty little unique, was actually the Super Princess Peach. And yeah, pardon me for talking about different games, but that was actually quite a fresh idea, because for those who do not know what Super Princess Peach game, it's kind of like a basically Peach becomes like Super Mario Bros. In a way, because you know how Princess Peach always used to be kidnapped by Bowser, right? I think currently it's been over like 20 times that she's been kidnapped by Bowser. Like if I do include the whatchamacallit, the even Odyssey one too. Odyssey is that, but in Super Princess Peach, instead, Mario and Luigi are the one who, Mario Bros are the one who got to be kidnapped. And oh my gosh, I usually don't make that kind of mistake. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, in Super Princess Peach, yeah, it's a unique game to now Mario and Luigi are the ones who gets to be kidnapped. I guess, they wanted to give you a bit of a fresh idea that, there are, maybe I don't know why they actually decide to reverse the concept, and now Mario and Luigi are the one who's now gonna get kidnapped by Bowser instead of Peach. That was actually a fresh idea too, even though it's not all that new it, but at least they can actually prove that you know what they say in Sonic in Sonic Free Riders, and be like, I'm sorry, Sonic Riders. You know how that one great word for Sonic is that even without wings I can still fly, something like that. But I think Peach, and staff maybe wanted to make it Peach, and like even without Mario Bros, Peach still can. Peach can save the Mushroom Kingdom. She's a pushover. I guess that's the one reason why I didn't actually didn't find Peach's Peach in Super Mario Bros. Movie all that fresh, because I've already had the first-hand experience of Peach still is pretty dang strong enough that she doesn't have to be protected by Super Mario Bros. All the time. Maybe. But that's just me, But I think there's even that game Super Princess Peach, Super Princess Peach actually had the really unique, music, and then I think it's called Giddy Sky for the Sky World, where music is all very joyous, but yeah, I think it was makes you feel really, really giddy. You're actually really floating in the sky, and then all being fluffy and being wee and whatnot. So. Yeah, I'm just kind of really seeing, whoever's actually, or the scenario for Nintendo are really freaking amazing. Like either they actually always try to create something new, or they actually add something new to something that's already existing. So, and again, remember, I keep saying that that's also can also be what defines as the new, to where instead of making like something entirely new, which is very, very difficult, adding a little shift to what's already existing can also be considered as new. Like, I never legit thought that, you know, one time now, you know, now Mushroom Kingdom as Fates is up to Princess Peach instead of Super Mario Bros. I mean, sure, there's not much change to it, other than you know, now the roles, I should say, have been reversed. But having a role reversed does actually sounds pretty dang fresh too. It's kind of an underrated game, so it didn't crack. It didn't. Probably a lot of people don't know about it, or maybe they know about it, but they just don't like to bring it up. But you know, I guess that's also what makes me part of a niche too, because I showed up. I keep getting these messages, so I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, I wonder if it's an actually important message. You know, maybe sent from my mom or something like that. But nope, it was just you know, little alert message. You know, something like COVID-19. You know, there's a bit of you know downpour and floods going on. You know, all that jazz. So I mean, they do pretty much matter though. I won't lie. But yeah, what I was saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about how at times, you know, instead of making something new, adding a little shift on what's existing can actually be considered as a new, at least in my book. I don't know whether people agrees with me, or I don't know whether people are gonna agree with me on that, but yeah, I think that's a really interesting idea too. Now, what I'm wondering is that what would be the next Kirby game is going to be like, considering, in a way, you know, the actual, you know, sequel of this game, you know, Kirby's, you know, yeah, I would consider, you know, Rainbow Curse, you know, for the Wii U is actually a main series of the Kirby games. I think it's a spin-off series, but it has a serial too. You know, it's after I believe that's actually after Canvas Curse for the DS version, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I really enjoyed Forgotten Land because in a way that's actually the first 3D Kirby games, not the 2D with the 3D graphics, but actual 3D Kirby games. But now I actually wonder what would they actually make. Will they stick with the 3D Kirby games and they will probably gonna make it something like they would probably gonna make another like new stories or to it. And I really like this music here. I think it's called Sky Garden as well, not the Great Garden, but yeah, I think Sky Tower. Yeah, that's what it's called. And which I believe this also music. Yeah, I'm just talking about music all of a sudden because I mean you guys already know that Kirby music has a banger music too. Like has quite a banger music too. But yeah, and then I believe this music actually gets a remake in I think 2 sequels after this game in a way. Yeah, I think it's a Planet Robobot. That was actually a pretty nice remix too, if I do say so myself. But yeah. But here's the thing. But here's actually what I personally want from whatever is actually a sequel to Kirby and Forgotten Land, is that I kind of do want the fusing ability, fusing 2 abilities to make one ability. What I like to call it a fused ability returns in whatever is the next sequel to Kirby's Forgotten Land, because in a way Kirby's Forgotten Land that was one of the things, and I was trying to think that in Squeak Squad there was actually two things that was introduced in Kirby Squad is that if you actually go find the treasures, some of them actually contains the scroll which upgrades your abilities. And among them, some abilities is that if you actually fuse or if you mix with another ability, it becomes a new ability. Like for example, this sword right here, if you mix it with the ice ability, it becomes like ice sword. And then there's also fire sword if you mix it with fire sword. And there's also a thunder sword if you actually mix it with thunder sword. So, and I believe the same goes for the similar was, I think the same was the same for the, yeah, it was the same for the bomb as well, because if you mix bomb with ice bomb, then yeah, it becomes ice bomb, and then if you mix it with spark ability, it becomes thunder bomb or whatever whatever that's whatever that's called. So, and something, and I think tornado was kind of like that too, to where if you actually perform tornado abilities, and depending on which terrain you are in, which terrain you're at, then it changes into so if you're doing above lava or any fire gimmick, then yeah, it becomes the fire tornado, and if you're doing ice or snow, it becomes ice tornado, all that jazz. So I mean, Forgotten Land, they actually kind of do have that, they kind of do have that, where they makes your abilities stronger if you give him a blueprint, which I believe is actually kind of similar to as a scroll for Squeak Squad. Yeah, I kind of wish that whatever is a sequel to Forgotten Land, they would actually bring back the missing the abilities, and you can actually make a new one. Oh, I was saying like new abilities. Ow. And yeah, that almost got me, because in my first try, when I actually played the original version on my first run, because Nintendo games just kind of like to troll. So, but yeah, if you actually hit that one right there, instead it actually makes a blockade instead of removing it. So, yep, good old troll for Nintendo or Kirby games. So. Yeah, which abilities, which of these unique abilities that you actually enjoy the most for Kirby games? Do you like the mixing two abilities to become one ability? Did you like that better, or you actually like the reinforcing one to be a little better? I say I like fusing abilities a little better than the adding a new abilities to the to the abilities. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. I wasn't saying it was a bad idea. You actually make a adding a scroll, so that you can actually reinforce your make your ability, either add new abilities to either new skills to your abilities, or mixing it with new abilities to make a new abilities. I like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I like the adding one more skills to that abilities, but I think I prefer this, the fusing ones, and to make one abilities a little better than the adding a new skill to the copying abilities. If you know what I mean. Yeah, controlling that beam, flare beam with the control stick really feels like a whole different world, because I have already mentioned this on the racing runs, I believe that was the first time the flare beam was introduced. But yeah, controlling a D-pad, the D-pad for the flare beam was not that good, to be honest. So yeah, it was not that good, but I'm really glad that, you know, the control sticks are now becoming like, oh, yeah, it became available, and now you can actually control it with much more ease. I'm really surprised how I'm really surprised even to this day that how in the world did my past self manage to do that nevertheless. Even more so, especially when the super ability has a time limit on. That has a time limit. Yeah, I just made a big mistake right there. I don't know why, but okay, I managed to cover that somehow. But yeah, I'm really surprised at how in the world did my past self manage to pull this off without much of a trouble. There you go, that's a nice timing. And that was a nice timing too. Okay, that was another nice in the first place for the win. Yep, nothing like a Pepsi to make my days, or to make me keep running. And there it is, Bomb Rally has been unlocked. Nice. And oh my god, the Grape Garden music. I really love this music. This is actually one of my favorite Sky themed music in this entire Nintendo series. I mean, I won't lie. I don't think there was any Nintendo music that was actually really bad, or any of the first IP of the Nintendo. But I think Kirby. Oh, I actually need the flare beam ability in order to that beam ability in order to get the one up. I mean, I don't have that much. I already do have plenty of lives, but still, no harm in collecting many lives whatsoever. But yeah, yeah, like Kirby also has some banger music too. Like even like that, yeah. Like I don't think there was any game, you know, probably the game music that actually kind of made me disappointment, especially Mario games. So that includes Sonic games too. Like I think even like pretty much all the Sonic games, like even the Sonic 06, which a lot of people did kind of hate, even though there are still some people who enjoyed it nevertheless, had one banger music, you know, such as even His World. But I think there are still some exceptions like that where the game was good, you know, regardless of it was underrated, whether or not it was, you know, overrated or underrated. But there's always some exceptions because, you know, like Sonic Chronicles of the Dark Brotherhood, I don't think the game itself was bad, you know, despite it had some, you know, it was a little underrated. But the music was actually not that good because, as a matter of fact, it was actually kind of one of the worst Sonic game in terms of just in terms of with the music. And yeah, I don't know why they kind of had to go through that with that, because music was one thing that actually what made the game, and then it's really not every day that, you know, even game gets to be ruined by the music itself. But there's another race to the finish with this monkey looking Waddle Dee dude. I don't know, is that even a Waddle Dee? Not sure. I'm just gonna assume he's like a relative of Waddle Dee. Man, that was an epic fail for that to attempt that, you know, uppercut thingy. Now, speaking of the remakes though, I'm not sure how wise it would be to actually bring back the 3DS titles to have a remake. Because part of me thinks that I will still welcome welcoming whatever is the remake. But I'm not sure if I'll be thrilled, at least you know, just as much as the Kirby Die Hard fan would do. Not sure which one will be they bring back though. Are they gonna bring Triple Deluxe back, or are they gonna bring Planet Robobot back, or is it gonna be both? I'm not sure which one they'll be bringing back, but if I were to actually hope that if you know, they would actually bring back the remake, I actually do want to bring back the I personally wish they would bring back the Planet Robobot more on the Kirby's Triple Deluxe. I mean, I would still welcome the Kirby's Triple Deluxe remake. I won't lie, but I believe that Kirby's Planet Robobot was actually one of the hardest Kirby games for 3DS. Yeah, I actually personally found that Planet Robobot was actually a tad bit harder than the Triple Deluxe. But I would still welcome that. But I still prefer more Planet Robobot more than Triple Deluxe. But the question is, what are the new contents that they're going to add instead of just bringing back the same old? Are they going to bring back at least one new abilities, or maybe two abilities that was not in the original? If so, what would that be? Please I'm hoping it's not the Sand or Mecha ability, but it's probably something else, something that, you know, Kirby never actually gave it a try. What's the ability that Kirby never actually got a fly or never actually gotten to be of? I know there's actually a Metal Kirby as well. In case from Squawk Squad, yes. In case you guys didn't know, there was actually one time Kirby actually became like a freaking metal Kirby, like just like how he was actually eating that metal block that's originated from Super Mario 64. But there was actually Metal Kirby. Oh yeah, don't forget about the energy sphere right around in this corner, guarded by these burb enemies. Oh yeah, I think having Metal Kirby back for almost in a while, that should not be too bad. I think. I mean, in Planet Robobot, they actually brought back the Smash ability, which was what I like to call it, a rare ability in Amazing Mirror. So that'd be a nice change. Even UFO ability was not a thing for quite a while, and they actually returned in Planet Robobot. So that would be a nice change. Nice change. Okay, make a challenge. All right, I'll take. All right. I'm trying to think actually because like just Kirby can be like anything though, to be honest. Like there's Ice Kirby, and then there's Kirby has some elemental copy abilities, right? Like water, fire, and there's ice, and there's grass, which is literally a leaf. And stone, I would say stone is basically a rock in terms of Pokemon, to be honest. And then, not sure about Dragon though. Dragon is basically the Dragon Fire for Kirby's Forgotten Land. It's actually that was basically a thing. Ow. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to be the new abilities that they're going to introduce in this whatever the next Kirby game is. Whether it's going to actual new Kirby game or a remake. And if they are the remakes, how are they actually going to make the add or change the things? But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that they would actually remake either one of the 3DS titles for the Kirby games. And again, if they decide to bring back Triple Deluxe for Kirby, I would definitely welcome that. Though I would still have a little mixed feeling about it. But yeah, if they actually bring back either one of those Kirby's Triple Deluxe or Planet Robobot, despite having some mixed feelings, I would still welcome that though, to be honest, but something tells me that's not going to be a happen, or at least not until what's after the Switch. Something tells me that, but you'll never know. We'll still have to figure it out, or we'll still have to wait. We'll still have to wait and see. Oh, that was quite crazy as hell. Ha! Bam! Please. Ah, crap. And bam. I already have 64 lives. That's Jesus. I wonder what's the maximum lives you can actually you will actually have. Is that going to be 90? Or is it going to be it can actually go up to 3 digits? I mean, if this actually has a if it actually can limit break into 3 digits, and you can actually collect up to 999, I said that's actually really drastic as hell. I won't lie. And boom! Ah! And I'm just kind of spoiled right into that giant freaking spring. And those poor enemies, they're just being bam. And for spheres, the bell tolls into the featuring that wormhole. Yeah. Actually, some people did say that, you know, Kirby being a really giant satanic people kind of feel bad. Sometimes the enemies kind of feel bad because they're just being hack and slash or being smacked for no legitimate reason. And yeah, I kind of do feel about them too, in a way, I suppose. Okay. Oh! Gotta be careful, gotta be careful, gotta be careful. I don't want to get squeezed to death. Nope. Nope, sorry, do not. I was actually really close from that, to be honest. I was close. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And off we go. Oh, I honestly thought that I would get second place, but nope. I just barely made it to first place. Awesome. Oh, 80. I guess one more stage, then we're actually going to boss battles, I see. And the music just became really silent with all this blowing wind music. Oh, are they going to have some kind of mini boss battles or something? I think it is, I think. I'll just carry this with myself. And now we actually have a DDD theme right here. Yeah, I think some Kirby games had this kind of gimmicks too, where you're just fighting against some kind of. I think it's kind of. I would say this is kind of like a mini boss rush. You know, you're actually fighting a certain. You know, some of these meat bosses in order. No! I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, if you're actually playing this on solo, you probably not. You probably don't want to actually discard it because you will actually need these abilities. For this part, yeah, I almost kind of missed that too, to be honest. Ugh. Oh, good thing I'm actually kind of pro at this. Alright, let's just go for sand. Why the heck not? After all, they've been promoting both sand and mecha abilities for quite some time, so I don't see why is there a need for me to say no to that. I should use this, you know, this sand fist. Now, if you're playing this on multi mode, this could be a little different because even if you miss some of these abilities, then other teammates who are probably playing as different characters other than Kirby, can actually help you out. But if you're playing this on solo mode, you're not. Kind of wish that even you're doing it in the first player mode. I kind of want to play as a different character, you know. Just don't stick with the same old Kirby, but you don't. You're actually playing as the different characters, like King DDD or Waddle-Doo, or even even the Meta Knight. I know some of the future games I just said, the sequel games that I just said, Triple Deluxe. Yeah, Kirby Triple Deluxe and playing Robobot have King DDD's own story and Meta Knight's own story, own adventure, which is actually a little different than Kirby's story. Yes, but for this game only, for Return to Dreamland, they could have made first player or one player to be someone else other than Kirby, but I don't know. Sorry about that. I actually picked up brain fart and I was like, wait, I got the spark ability. What am I supposed to do? But I was like, oh yeah, you can actually cause thunder in both upward and downward. Yeah, I forgot about that. I had a bit of a brain fart. My apologies. It's just kind of funny. Look at that funny how the Mexican tomato box is gone as soon as you make your goal. Make it to the way to the goal. Ah, oh, come on! I was like 1 millimeter away from that goal, and I just had to get rejected by that. And that's all energy spheres collected in level 5. I'll just stick with Spark because I think Spark abilities in Return to Dreamland original was actually pretty dang good. So I just like to stick. I'll just stick with it. Oh, I got a freebie mask, and of course not. After all, there's no such thing as freebie, but still. Debating me like that? That's not very pog. There's a Grand Doomer. Let's see. Versus Grand Doomer is the boss of all Doomers, the Golden Grand Doomer. Doomer. Excuse me. As the skies over Naughty Noon began to war, this fearsome foe swooped in to claim the spheres and their dimension traveling powers. Now you see how if you actually either rotate is a D-pad, a control pad, or shake them, it kind of generates this. Yeah, I should have mentioned this, but yeah, it actually creates some kind of charging and some kind of barrier ability because not only that can attack, you serve as attacking it, but it can also actually act kind of like a shield. You know, like it can also protect you from all these shootings from all these doomers. So isn't that crazy or what? Actually, a lot of people, even during the original Return to Dreamland, actually like bodied all of these, pretty much if not all of the bosses like this back in the day, and yeah, I thought it was pretty dang helpful, if nothing else. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean that this electrical charge may have been saved my day, but I just wanted to make sure. I just want to play it safe. You know what they say? It's better to be safe than sorry. And oh, only 4? Funny how in the original there was only like 5, but now they actually kind of made it into 4. That's interesting. Ow. And here it is, Super Ability 2 music, and it's such an absolute banger, to be honest. Such an absolute banger music for the win. Da, 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 da. I don't think so. Oh crap. There you are. And you only have one more shield to go. Bam! Oh, no you don't. Ah-ya! Bam, bam, bam. Bam! Oh, and actually, in my off-screen time in the original original version, so if you actually don't do anything while he's actually trying to if you actually leave him too long for while he's doing that, he will actually eventually recreate these barriers. So, I mean, if you want to plan, just a little info, but for those who wanted to know what happens if you make that, what happens if you stay and do nothing even after you destroy like 4 or maybe 5 in terms of in the original Wii version of the game. So yep, he will recreate those barriers, and you actually have to destroy that barrier with the super ultra sword once again. Oh, just gotta doing a bit of a stretch. Oh. Oh, that crack. Oh. Oh yeah, you did it, Kirby. The lore is back in business. The oars with wings, the emblem, and the mask. Yep, it's all there. The moment I've been waiting for, it's here. You're my hero. And the promise is a promise, I owe you a trip to my home. A trip to Helcandra. Helcandra exists in another dimension. It's super far away, but the lore can fly us there in the blink of an eye. Pack some snacks, Kirby. We're off to Helcandra. It's funny how Meta Knight, who always opposed to Kirby, never seemed to be in a disagreement. But I guess Meta Knight, Meta Knight still maybe had his doubt, but he actually wanted to stay in because probably not only he didn't want, Magler to have, he had some kind of ulterior movement. But I guess, the King Deity, whom Meta Knight serves, never actually disagree. I guess that's one reason why Meta Knight didn't actually say anything too much about going to Helcandra. And one thing I don't understand now that I look at it, first time, I'm gonna assume that this is the dude behind destroying this Lord Starcutter. But yeah. First time, it was totally bodied, but now this one? But this time, we didn't actually get destroyed. This entire Starker didn't actually get destroyed. Aww. Kirby, that dragon! Its name is Landia. It's lived on this planet for ages, but it's always been fast asleep. Recently, however, it awoke and ran on a rampage. Please, Kirby, you must defeat that crazy dragon. I know I've asked a lot of you, but this is it, I swear. I wonder why in the world this Landia suddenly decided to awake and, destroy that, why I want to oppose to Magler. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I definitely pressed B, but then I don't know why I didn't go for the charge blaster. There we go. I guess I need to go for that quick, fully charged blaster, but come on, seriously? Game, you can't do this to me now, can you? Let's try this again. Oh my god. Oh, that's more like it. Will I have enough time for all this? Yeah, I did not defeat all the enemies, but that should be gold. And how right I was.